Hi,
Hi,
I'm Jordi,
and I'm Álvaro.
and we're the Two Tomatoes. We're doing this video to discuss the results from the backer survey that we did after canceling our last Kickstarter, the Vae Victis Kickstarter. So we basically asked two main fixed questions and a third question that was like to leave your comments. Well, Álvaro, what were those two questions?
Well, Jordi, we wanted to know first, so we sent this survey to every single previous backer we had in previous campaigns.
Okay.
Also, we posted it in the campaign page of Vae Victis, and we tweeted it and Facebooked it and so on, so that we could have as much input as possible.
So how many replies did we get?
We got 230 replies,
Okay.
which is pretty good, I think. And so the two main questions were, the first one was, if you saw this campaign and didn't back it, what kept you from backing it? So why didn't you back it? And the second question, which is very related, is what are the most critical things that you recommend us that you change or modify in order to ensure the success of the relaunch?
Okay, that's cool. So we got the first question basically was aimed at the backers, no? Or in this case, the not backers.
Actually, yes.
Yes,
The not backers.
Because they didn't back it. What were the reasons? And the second one was aimed a bit to everybody.
Exactly.
Backers and non-backers.
Yeah.
So if you want, I'll start with what we got the most, the biggest answer or the biggest issue that we got from the survey is for the first question, 76 people, so around 33%, said that the game didn't look interesting or unique enough, and that also had a very big impact in the second question because 108 people said that they needed a clearer idea of the hook and what make the game unique.
Yeah, actually, we didn't do a good job in marketing the game, in highlighting the cool things of Vae Victis and the uniqueness of the game. Yep. And secondly, this is what everybody was telling us, because they said, like 47% of the people said that in order to relaunch, we need to convey a clearer idea of the hook and what makes the game unique.
Yeah.
So this is the main reply we had.
Yeah.
But we also saw that quite a lot of people were worried about the cost.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, but just to wrap up the previous question, we're obviously working in restructuring the Kickstarter page and also cleaning up the rulebook so people can have a better idea of what's cool in Vae Victis.
Yeah, actually, many people told us that the campaign page was very concise.
Yeah.
It was like...
we tried to do a concise, but we know that you guys want more content and more things more thoroughly explained. So that's what's going to be on the relaunch.
Yeah. The second most ticked reply to the first question, so why didn't you back the campaign, was I didn't like the art style. But which is pretty funny is that when we asked about the relaunch, what should we do? The art is not an issue, so it's only, they said, redesign 4 people, so it's barely 1.7%, yeah. So it's almost no one. And well, this is a point we are not going to change, actually.
No.
We may...
well, we're going to tweak some things, okay? But yeah, the general art style of the game, we are not going to change it. We really like it. We know it's unique and it's a bit divisive, so maybe you like it or you don't. But well, what can we do?
Yeah, this is an editorial choice. we both like it. We think it stands out. It's nice, it's
different,
cool,
fresh.
it's fresh. There's not a lot of games with this kind of graphic design and art, and
So yeah, that's going to stay. Yeah.
yeah.
But you were saying also about the cost,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So
Prices.
yeah, the third thing that worried most the people that saw the campaign and didn't back it was the shipping cost, right?
Yeah.
We were worried about the news, what could happen, what could not, and we tried to.
You know, let's make it clear, the news about the tariffs and all that. So
Yeah, we were worried about that. We didn't know how to handle it. We are consulting it now with a lawyer and our partners.
I would say that you guys have to think that this is an unprecedented event, so nobody really knows how it's going to turn out. So we have to cover our backs too, because shipping is expensive.
Super expensive.
And in all our campaigns, we subsidize a part of the cost. But well, we also don't want to lose money on its shipment, you know, because it can be crippling for a small company like ours. So we have to cover our back.
It can destroy our economy.
Yeah.
So, and this was the second most important thing to be modified in the relaunch, which is almost 30% of the people said lower the shipping cost.
Yeah.
So again, we're trying to make this better, talking with distribution companies and
shipping partners,
etc. to
make sure that you guys can get the best deal and that we don't lose that much, you know.
Yeah. There's
what else?
Yeah, well, tied to the pricing, number 5 and 6, regarding what kept you from backing the game, are also tied to the pricing. So the first one is I liked it, but I couldn't afford it, which we're working on that. We will hopefully decrease the pledge price.
So let me just step in.
Yeah.
So we are doing some tweaks on the base components of the game, as well as the stretch goals and stuff, to give you guys the best possible product from the get-go, from the start, but also make it interesting with the stretch goals, and also trying to lower the price, the initial price for you guys.
Even though the people that couldn't afford it was only 12%, because I think it was not a super expensive game. But the sixth reply, which is it's barely 9.5% of the people, is the price was too high. And as I was saying, as we have tweaked some mechanics and tweaked some components, we will reduce the price point for the pledges.
Yeah.
And also, going back to the second question that we were asking, what should we change or modify to ensure success? Well, second two, as I said, was the second one was lower the shipping cost by 27% of the people, and lower the price was said by like 18% of the people. So we will change that, right?
And now going like to the last, well, we have much more feedback, but we're only going to talk about like the representative, okay?
Yeah, everything that is below 4 or 5% of the replies, we can comment a little bit.
Yeah, but otherwise the video will be super long. So
yes,
we'll try to keep it short. So another thing that you asked, guys, was to add more how to play content, be it in the form of reviews or videos or GIFs. We are working on that, okay? We're going to provide playthroughs, we have more reviews, we will put some GIFs also. That's also linked to what we were saying before, that we need to highlight what's unique, what's cool from the game, and we are quite confident that with this showing you how the game plays, you will get to see the uniqueness of the game.
I actually remember being crazy about shortening the how to play video.
Yeah, it's okay, we'll do a full playthrough and
Yes.
stuff. Also tied with this is that some of you guys asked for solo and two-player modes.
Yes.
We've been working hard on that. We've developed a solo mode and a two-player mode that we are satisfied and confident with.
We're
So
still
that's-
testing.
We're still
even though.
testing, but we think that it will be definitely when we relaunch.
Yeah. Well, there was people that said that there was not enough Kickstarter exclusive content, or that they didn't like early birds. This was like 9% and 7.3%. Launching a Kickstarter or running a Kickstarter is very difficult when you have to define what will be exclusive and what won't be exclusive. We have this problem in every single campaign, gauging what should be exclusive, what not. We tend to think that better components is cool as exclusives, because this way everybody will have all the materials, all the cards and extra elements of the game.
We also have to balance that. You know that while some backers like exclusives, other backers they don't like exclusives.
Yeah.
You know, so
And they're more or less the same.
Yeah,
I'd say.
it's a bit hard. Well, in this case, almost impossible to keep everybody happy. Okay, we are trying to get a solution that we think will satisfy more or less both camps. Okay, but as I was saying, it's a bit difficult because each of those camps want completely opposite things, so we can't really give a 100% satisfying solution to each camp at the same time.
No, this is important actually. We cannot make the game as each one of you would like because it is impossible.
Yeah,
because we only manufacture probably one version of the game and then manufacture the exclusive components apart.
Yeah.
And our print runs are quite small.
Quite small.
So yeah, it's difficult to do several versions of a game.
But as I was saying, don't worry. Like, we have your feedback. We are going to try to implement it as best as we can.
Yeah. There were also some people, almost 5%, they said they didn't understand how to play the game.
Exactly.
Again.
So we, as I was saying, we're going to put more reviews, more playthroughs, more GIFs, like to make sure that you guys, really see the mechanics. It's a simple game, but it's very original. So I think that will be covered on the launch.
Actually, like when we were asking the people what we should change to ensure the success, 22% said we should add more how to play content, videos, GIFs, etc. 20%, almost 21%, add more Kickstarter exclusive content. 12% add more reviews, which we have already three more reviews, I think. 8% a more organized campaign page. Also 8% a better written or clearer rulebook.
Yeah.
So it's all directed to this. We didn't do a good job conveying the uniqueness of the game and how to play, which is pretty bad.
Fun. Sometimes you get it wrong, sometimes you get it right. In any case, now we know what you want, and I'll do a little recap. Okay, so we can wrap up the video. Sorry. So first thing, we need to really work on on the presentation of the game, so you understand what's unique, what's different, what's cool, what's fresh of the game. We will do that. We'll also lower the shipping cost and most probably the base pledge. And then last was get a balance between getting more exclusives and people who don't like exclusives, like a restructuration of the different stretch goals and how it impact on the game.
Yeah, there was also an issue with the rule book also, and this to be addressed. And I want to add something is that some of them said requested us not to be so dependent on stretch goals and to kinda group several stretch goals in one. So again, we're working on doing this. Maybe we won't have stretch goals every 2 or 3.
The stretch goals will be reworked. That's for sure.
Yeah, and we'll try to have a better product since the beginning.
Yeah, and most probably less stretch goals, but more meaningful ones.
Yeah.
So maybe the gaps between the stretch goals will be bigger, but what you get on each stretch goal will also be like better.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it, I think, Jordi.
Yeah, I think so. So guys, just keep tuned to you can follow us on YouTube, you can follow us on all the social media, on Kickstarter. We'll be giving news about the game, and we hope to relaunch soon. Okay, as we were saying, we need to redesign some things and restructure quite a lot of stuff, but don't worry. Also the testing, I forgot to say that we went to the UK Games Expo, where we tested the solo variant and the 2-player variant, so we had good feedback. So guys, I don't know, we're excited for the possibility of relaunch soon.
Yeah, give us your feedback in the comments of the video.
Yeah.
And even though most of our videos in YouTube are in Spanish, we will upload more and more videos in English. Yes, soon regarding the games we are working on, and
plenty of different things. You can leave your feedback on the Kickstarter page too. If you don't use YouTube, just contact us, okay? Or if you want to send us a private message, that's good too.
Okay, so thank you very much, and bye-bye.
Bye.